Okay, today we are going to do an oil change, engine oil change and filter change on a John Deere LX277, 17 horsepower. Now that's the Kawasaki engine. And let me tell you, this K-series design is a good design. So what we do is we come over to the right hand side of the mower. There's his identifying label there on the right hand side of the chassis if you need it. We take off this little cap, that's what it looks like. Take that off. As you can see, it drains the oil. You put a little container or a tin up underneath there to catch the oil. Now on the left hand side of the motor, what we have is an oil filter. Now that's a Z356. You can just see that number there. It's upside down, but we can read it. 386 possibly. My apologies, it's a Z386 oil filter. So you must have one of those in hand, and your oil, a 10W30 weight oil. Okay, and here we have the new oil filter replacement. Like I said, this filter, we'll keep it the right way up this time, is a Z386. Okay, that's its primary reference number. That's its crossed reference number. It's its universal oil filter number. So that's what you ask for. If it's a different make or model, you ask if it's compatible with a Z386. Over here, of course, is an oil filter remover. So oil filter removal tool, and it's a 3/8 of an inch drive. I will now proceed to take that off and put the new one on. Okay, we've attached the oil filter removal tool to the oil filter and the 3/8 of an inch socket wrench. We proceed. You can just see that moving now. That's the direction you take it off. Anti-clockwise, for those who don't know. And now we can stop that and remove it by hand. Okay, just proceeding to remove this by hand. You can have a little bit of oil coming out of there, but you can put a little catchment tray in underneath there to catch it. Mine's a bit gritty underneath there, so that oil will help lubricate the chassis. So there you have it. You've got the general idea. So we can continue to remove this. Remove that off totally. There we go. Just about there. You can feel the threads loosening up now. It rocks from left to right, so it tells me I've got about 3 or 4 threads to go before it completely removes. There we have it. So discard that oil filter over there for the time being. And there we have it. So what I'll do now is I'll get a rag and just wipe that lip. See that lip around the outer edge? Just wipe all that grit and dirt off there so it's got a nice clean mating surface. Okay, I've got the new oil filter. Now with a bit of smear of oil on your finger, just smear the oil lightly, not excessively, around that lip seal. Okay. Then, once we've cleaned that surface there, where the O-ring on the filter will come into contact with, we then proceed to put our filter on. Now that's going to be in reverse, so we'll turn that clockwise, good people, all the way up to the two mating surfaces, the lip O-ring seal onto the crankcase flat surface, mating surface. Only about 2/3 of a turn here, not tight. Don't tighten it up, otherwise you're going to have a degree of difficulty, some difficulty getting it off. Okay, so there you have it. Now we'll proceed with topping up our oil. Okay, now that we've attached the oil filter, we'll go up to here, the filler. I'll just go back here, and that's that one, of course, that has this cap with the oil can on it. Just there, just above the filter, up higher and off to the right. So I'm using, you can see here, I'm using a 10W30, that's its viscosity, 10W30. It's an approved John Deere oil. A bit hard doing this with one hand, but anyway, you get the idea, and you keep on filling it up until you get to the appropriate level on the dipstick. So keep filling it up until you get to here. You can see the full level. Okay, I'll just get my hand over there a bit closer to you. There's the full level, just there where my fingernail is. This is the lower level where you need to add. Anywhere in between's okay. I don't like to run them low. I like to keep them in a optimum full rate for just there. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my video. Yeah, throw a few likes my way and subscribe to my channel. There's lots of other content there that you can search through. All the best now.